And, oh, no, no. Come on, back. Welcome back, folks. Hope everyone's doing well. Let's see. We've got to go to Dogonus. So we've got restore operation of the administrative apparatus on Big Planet Ball. So I think this is going to be a lot of dialogue, a lot of running around, because it's bureaucracy. What can we say? All right, let's do this. Want you. I think it'll be fine. Von Valencia Palace. Let's see what we get here. Hopefully we don't get ambushed the way we've been getting ambushed on all the other planets we land on. Cutscene. There's my ship landing up there on top of the palace. And all the people cheering. Yay! That's right. Everybody cheer. Everyone. What's going on here? Yes. Gloria to the rogue trader. Glory to the Von Valencia dynasty. Gotcha. Alright, so what do we got? Meet the Wesseran. Oh, okay. Your Emperor protects. Welcome home, your lordship. Court Chancellor of the Von Valencia dynasty. On behalf of all Dogonus, please accept my deepest condolences on the untimely passing of Theodora Von Valencia. Her departure is a terrible blow to all of us. But as one star expires, another always flares to life. And although still overcome with bitterness and grief, your subjects hope that you will become the trade dynasty's guiding light in these trying times. Trying times. Abelard offers a reserved nod. She nods in return. So they're like, well, yeah, his last name is, so they're related somehow. Achilles Galander. Young man quickly brings his respirator to his burnt face, bows his head. His raven hair veils his burned skull implants. Then metal fingers creak quietly, a more welcoming gesture. Secretary at the Administratum Department, I hope your journey to Dogonus has not been darkened by unwanted troubles. The Emperor protected us. And may he remain merciful to us till the end of time. Does your lordship wish to survey the grounds, or perhaps you could sate your curiosity by answering any questions you might have? Governor Urban Drivestem has been notified of your arrival on Dogonus and will visit the palace shortly. Preparations for an official visitor are well in hand, and your lordship has plenty of time before the meeting. You heard correctly, lordship. I am of House Wesseran, Lord Abelard's great granddaughter and direct descendant. Okay, that's fine. Session of service is an effective good. It grants new generations understanding. Okay, fine. Has held the position at Von Valencia court for many years. She earned Lord Captain Theodore's respect through acts of great perseverance. No room for doubt. Blood had nothing to do with it. Oh, that's fine. Thank you, Captain. Why isn't the governor here to greet me? The governor distanced residents on the other side of the world. The Administratum Palace of the Dogonus. We sent word as soon as you entered the system, but it takes time to travel the great distances of your domain. Logic tests. Appears unruffled. Local gesture decline. 16 experience. I'd like to rest before meeting. Where are my chambers? They're very close. Just down the hall, there's also a study and an audience chamber. Lady Theodora's studies has remained locked since her last departure, but on account of your arrival, we arranged for it to be tidied up. It is ready whenever you may need it. You are dismissed. Apologize for my bluntness. I have a request to make. Perhaps before the meeting takes place, the illustrious Lord Captain could spare a few minutes for conversation with me. I'm certain that you'll find report on the state of affairs in the Von Valencia Protectorate most useful in dialogue. Okay. Oh, no ambush. That's good. Alright, so what do we got here? Valencia Palace. Well, let's take a quick run around here.
The Emperor gave me a vision.
Oh, hang on. What was that? Toss a coin. One coin falls to the fire water and sinks to the bottom. Okay. Something over here. Can I not get there? Oh. More loot. Okay, I'll take more loot. Over here. Yeah, see? What we got down here? Oh, this is from Janus. This is a delegation from the planet Janus. Down here. Urlet. So, the fruit tree in the heart of a hive world is a fascinating sight. They probably use a lot more water. Okay. So all of my team is running around somewhere, it looks like. Maybe these are the ones that aren't. These are the. So Argenta over there too. She's part of the team. This way. Anything up here? This list of names. This was back this way. Argenta, Confessor. This is all back to the Void ship. Alright. Let's run back this way. And this is the palace. Let's go to the palace. Oh, cutscene. Welcome, Lord Chirp. Let me inform you the location of your chambers on your dynastic estate. Yeah. Main throne room is up the stairs straight ahead. Your subject, Chilla Salander, informed me that you humbly waits opportunity to meet you in there. Okay. So we should probably go talk to him real quick. And wishes to rest. There's a personal chamber upstairs and on the right. Okay, got it. Is there anything else? We're next to your chambers. Okay. Are you a named person, or you're just a warden? I thought. Yeah, you're just a warden. Something down here. Take all of that. Over here. This is my door. Let's not go there yet. Oh, some loot over there. I saw Abelard over here too. There's Abelard. Okay. There he is. Centerfair clad in robe made of expensive fabric, shudders from violent coughing. Pressing a gilded respirator in his face, man takes several deep breaths. Achilles, it's been many moons. I hope your cousin is feeling well. Covers his burnt lip, trying and failing to suppress a cough fit. She is in good health. She sends her regards to you, as well as her wishes for your swift return. For as long as the stars shine in the sky, my vigil continues. So it does. Is there a reason this ill-mannered behavior, Hendrix? Perhaps the two of you could find... I'm not going to say anything. Given the break in communication between systems, it's difficult to maintain contacts with agents. Receiving this report and assessing this situation is primary responsibility. Yeah, okay, so he's the spy. Introduced. Achilles Scalander properly. In addition to his duties as Secretary of the Administratum, he acts as an agent of the Golden Throne under my aegis. Master Skillander was transfixed into my remit by a colleague who was engaged in other matters in the Cronus Expanse, and I'm sure you'll find Achilles' service useful, especially when dealing with the schemes of humanity's foes within the borders of your protectorate. Greetings, Lord Malik von Valencius. Allow me once again to express my deepest condolences on the loss of Lady Theodora. I do everything I can to track down and destroy all of Conrad Voltaire's accomplices on the capital world. Word of his treason reached Dogonus too late. He came to planet and left it almost immediately. Once he had sown in the minds the guy had sown discord into the minds of the gullible and the naive. Worse, the rumors started that you were the one responsible for Lady Theodora's sudden demise. Of course, your loyal subjects did their best to skin alive any who showed signs of doubt, but it seems unlikely that the wardens got to everyone who was allowed doubt into their heart and now nurtures it in secret. Okay, one of the reports. Already official reports to your Seneschal. As for the conversations we're having now, I wouldn't trust any paper or data slate with its contents. You see, Lady Theodora, may the Emperor have mercy on her soul, was perfectly aware of Dogonus' political environment. You, however, have only just arrived on the capital world, and I thought it would be best to bring you up to speed. Frankly, the nobles of Dogonus, much like the nobles of most worlds, are kind to spiders in a jar, ready to pounce on whoever is the weakest, and whomever they deem to be the weakest. Okay, great. Politics. Nobles of Dogonus are well respected, rich, powerful individuals who held Lady Theodora's favor for many years and found ways to rise above the rest by diligently serving the rogue trader. Every family pursues its own self-interest, and each one expects that the transition of power they will retain or even add to the lands and wealth. Families I'd recommend giving particular attention to are the drive stems, that's going to be the governor, the Prax, and the Sauerbacks. I should also mention the Wesserarians. Not a noble house per se, but the family that was part of Lady Theodora's inner circle, to the Blue Blood's great displeasure. Drive stems. Ancient governor's house, predictably, the greater the wealth the von Valencia protected, the fuller their coffers grow. Reputation is flawless except for one detail. We have evidence that Urban Drivesteam's rivals seem to have taken misfortunate regards falling victim to Xenos raids. I find these attacks are a little too advantageous for the drive stems, but we are lacking proof. So someone may be in league with the Xenos. The closer an official is to rogue trader, the braver and safer they feel. I would just like to remind everyone that rubbing shoulders with Xenos is a heresy, and that can be overlooked only in the case of the von Valencia heir, not his servants. What makes the Caprax? The Caprax hail from a remote forge world. Distant relatives, many servants of the Omnisire, and their house itself is a close cult of the Adeptus Mechanicus, both in spirit and their business connections. Oversaw the industrial shipments in your protectorate until recently, ever since the astropath communications with Kiva Gamma have severed. They've been quite concerned about the security of the planet placed in their care. What about the Sauerbacks? Religious and hard-working. Well, many enterprises, including distillation manufactoriums that produce promethium. I must note that lately members of the Sauerback family have been prone to overly liberal statements about the von Valencia dynasty. They believe that Lady Theodora is a bit too keen to leave her worlds without proper oversight. And enough about the Wesserans. Is a line founded by Lady Theodora essential, and as such are normally considered nobility, or at least from the standpoint of the Imperial Navy from which Lord Abelard hails. On Dogonus, however, their position is precarious. Firstly, they never granted an official title. The process has been implemented for decades by the old houses of Dogonus. And secondly, the other families do not see them as equals, but more as an upstart clinging to the road trader's favor. The Wesserarians are responsible for the capital's world fleet and the majority of the cargo shipments on domestic routes. Urge to have every one of this. No, I'm not going to go that right. There was, your lordship, at the time. It concerned many reasons for replacing Xenos and the threat posed to both UK. Okay. Been difficult for people who report to me. My eyes and ears scattered throughout the Kronos expanse. Warp disturbance. Astropaths overcome with madness. Ships disappearing in the Materium. Many of my observers and contacts have gone dark or been killed by some calamity or another. Still, I managed to establish communications with some key individuals who were able to warn me about the incoming threats, including Xeno raids. It is within my power to supply you with intelligence on where and when the Xenos will strike next. I do not doubt the Governor Driveston will beg you for protection against the Xenos. And in this fight, the information from my contacts will serve you well. I beseech you, Malik, if I ever report a threat looming over a ship or a planet, do not dismiss it. Sometimes it takes an intervention from a rogue trader and his mighty void ship to avert a disaster. Officially, I'm the secretary. Less officially, I'm afraid I can't disclose that even to you. In short, I collect and investigate. Yes, he's part of the... He's an inquisitor. Alright. Tell me about the Xenos. Residents, local systems are no strangers, skirmishes with enemies of humanity, but recently loathsome beasts seem to have completely flown off the handle. They receive reports from ships that have made it through the warp. Both they and the colonies that they depart are being attacked. We've identified the breed of Xenos that its poisonous threat, the Dukari. Humanity's ancient and insidious foe. Be vigilant on your travels. Xenos will undoubtedly attack a rogue trader ship should they find the circumstances to be in their favor. Unfortunately, it is in the hosts of humanity that there are those who are willing to grovel before the enemies in the hope of a valuable reward. You may be interested to know that we are on a trail such a heretic. Overwhelming evidence that a plundered void station in Langren's belt is about to be used by a band of pirates. We're not above dealing with sirs. I was unable to persuade the Chancellor of a need to dispatch a ship there. Perhaps you would like to pay a courtesy call to these scoundrels yourself. Yeah, sure. Anything about the Cult of the Final Dawn? Deplorably limited. All I contention is tracking the Xenos. I'm certain the Master Clock. And Calyx can. Okay. Nah, I'm not going to question his loyalty. He serves the Emperor. We both serve the Emperor. Other questions? Done that. Scars on your face. Yeah, how'd you get the scars? 5 years ago, there was an accident. Several tanks of Promethean exploded in a storehouse on my estate. I was buried alive under the rubble. The Emperor preserved my soul and skilled physician to save my body, except for my lungs, which I had to part. Presumably, the incident was an attempt on life, but the identity of whoever is behind it remains a mystery. Okay. Do I want to go meet him? I don't know if I want to meet him right away, so I gotta talk to her. Back over here.
Stay faithful, and you will be rewarded.
Breeze catcher boots. I like that. Okay. Piece of furniture obviously will care for. Its surface still covered with lots of stuff, scratches, stains, tears. Traces of previous food previously sat at the table. Okay. What's this? Ooh. A multi-melta. Oh boy. We're gonna, all right, here, multi-melta. Can you use it? No, you cannot use it. It's a very powerful weapon. So it doesn't look like anyone can use it at the moment. It's a heavy weapon, so I'll have to figure out who can use a heavy weapon. Needs a strength of 55. Holy mackerel. I don't think I... Yeah, it's a strength of 55 to wield that. Alright, so that's going to be tough. Okay. Huh. Good heavens. Interesting. Well, let's... Need artifacts. Wow. So, Nino artifacts. Hmm. Secret room is remarkably quiet and almost homely. Perhaps your predecessor used it when she sought complete silence. Listening to the muted melody coming from the Vox Buchan Union Managed Theater, reading a book with a glass of expensive wine. Three bottles sit at the table. Look at Grandmaster's Boon of Terra, Flame of Purity. Do not pour wine. Choose a book. Among Theodore's data that has been restored using your conjures, the phrase litanies of the motive force. Hidden button in its spine clicks under your finger. Okay. What in the world's going on here? Okay, so there's some riddle here. Worry about the riddle later. Door over here. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. All right, let's move this along. Lordship, the governor is waiting on the periphery of the plaza. Please let me know I'd like to see him. Awareness test failed. Trade representative, any interviews, first review me, or to you for WH40K. Includes overseeing your lordship's property, palace, estates, many gardens, other on the Dogonus you inherited. Whenever you are president, consider your personal secretary. What can you tell me? All deals and important decisions are made here in the capital. Many years ago, An ancestor signed an agreement made with the Adeptus Minister allowed for an efficient management of the world and neighboring systems. In accordance with the decree, a share of the planet's population was signed to Minister converted to conservative scribes. They now toil across the entire world. It's also a seat of several noble families who run all the major planets in the Protectorate. If I may express my not so humble opinion, they care very little about who stands at the helm. Those Piranha think that they own profits just as much as they do about the prosperity of the Protectorate itself, not more. Lastly, Dogonus has its own fleet, a luxury unavailable to the vast majority of the worlds in your realm. In addition to the warships, Protectorate also employs privateer ships which are used to transport cargo between the world. Not at this time. The representative Adeptus Astra Telepathica on Dogonus went into frenzy. Some of the psychers were tragically pacified by the respective authorities. Since then, communication has been unreliable at best. Thanks be to the Master of Mankind that you managed to find your way to your capital. Over the many centuries, an intricate hierarchy has formed with a ruling elite Dogonus. The great houses do more than plunder your treasury. It is replenished to a large degree thanks to their administrative work in their lands. Naturally, you can get rid of anyone who you consider surplus to the requirement, but right now it could threaten the fragile stability that currently holds the Protectorate together. Recently raided by the enemies of humanity, however, the fleet under the command of Captain Marthas Westram triumphed over the accursed Xenos. I ask my opinion on this matter. We have a situation completely under control. Catch her avoiding your gaze for a moment. For the first time, it's obvious is looking for her house's good name. Looking out for her house, but despite confidential time, you can tell. Okay, tell me about the governor. Well-respected man is not just on Dogonus, but throughout the Protectorate. For many centuries, his house has supported the capital's administration, logistics, Van Valency systems. Stem's efforts secure years of order and prosperity. What's more, Lady Third insisted on Lord Urban specifically when he was made next government. No, I don't believe I feel either, your lordship. We have different views on how to run the world. Sometimes have discussed over the laws, discussions over the law that are enacted. We both work for the good of Von Valencia Protectorate. I can say that much. Okay. Thank you. Him. Not at all. Outstanding individual, very loyal to Von Valencia. They're collaborating with a number of issues related to well-being and domain. He has proven quite capable. And I don't know why, but even the governor trembles. Even the governor trembles, which is unusual, man would say. Okay. That's good. Let's go see the governor. All right. Governor Urban Drivestem. Malik von Valencia, 20th in his line, rogue trader, keeper, and sacred warrant, ruler of the Cronus Expanse from the Cranach system to the 100 Dreams Crossroads. I bid you welcome. All right, very good. Urban Drivestem, governor of this great world. First and foremost, please accept my deepest condolences. It would be difficult to recover from the loss of a woman as great as Theodore von Valencia. It pains me to think that she is no longer with us. The citizens of Dogonus and the entire Protectorate grieve alongside you. Please allow us to declare half a year of mourning so that we can honor the memory of the beloved lady. Governor glances at Cabela anxiously, then immediately averts his gaze. Then he looks at her again, but then Cabela lets out a grim chuckle and stretches her lips in fresh blood into a petrifying grin. Governor turns away from her sharply, all but squealing in fear. All right, so we can say, if there's more than that, you will declare a full year. There's no need. I'm new ruler of Protectorate. Rejoice at my arrival instead. I don't want to berate him. I will do a full year. lean on our wisdom, and preserve in spite of tragedy. Together we will carry out where she no longer lead the von Valencia. Together. Why together? Gives you a look of admiration. It seems that he is quite aware of your fame and opportunity to curry favor with such an eminent figure is the one he does not wish to miss. Continue, okay. Oh, he's... Alas, won't be an easy task to accomplish. Some time ago, the astropaths of the Dogonus flew into our age, and they had to be subdued. We gradually restored our ability to speak with neighboring worlds, but the contacts are still weak, and the routes are tangled and no longer lead to the systems that the captains expect them to. Given the vast majority of the ships in the Dogonus Navy travel without relying on the service of navigators. Without your engagement, the well-being of the von Valencia dynasty and billions is subject presently at risk. Alright, here we go. We met a ship from Dogonus, not crew, was transporting a strange artifact, went mad during the flight. As a heretic and a traitor, has he shown his face? What exactly do you expect from me in the light of the law? Routes, would you like to complete my Narcissus as soon as possible? When is the ceremony? Tell me about yourself and how. Alright, let's get right to business. Good news. Leaving dress has been for several cycles out. It seems Western founders once again failed in their primary responsibility. We'll investigate this one. In fact, the ship had acquired a permit with the administrative seal. Does your nephew still serve as the administrative palace? I don't understand. The ship did indeed depart from orbit, but it did so, if you can believe it, on the road trader's authorization. That is why no one dared to impede its departure. Lord Captain, why would Cunard... It seemed that Cunard somehow got his hands on a copy of your authorization, or perhaps even original. A tool like that in the hands of a traitor would not bode well. Okay, he's the traitor. There's a cap something that did not request a personal meeting. Heretic, you say. Now I see where all the whispering in the corridors come from. I shall be frank with you. Lady Theodore's sudden death was a blow to everyone, and the absence of any sort of viable and complete information about successor gives grounds to all manners of rumor, especially if someone is deliberately inciting unrest and gets naturally none would dare challenge you by accusing you of something as sacrilege as murdering a road trader. However, once a true boon to the protector back in the day, and as such, some might heed his words. Well, and we're going iconoclast with this guy. Okay. What exactly do Dogonus expect from me in light of loss of routes? Agri-world Janus, supplied Dogonus many stuffs, empty stomachs. Furthermore, House Greprak has perturbed by loss of communication with the industrial world. Kilagama. But you wish to know my opinion. The world that deserves most attention in the world is the penal world. One of the key mining suppliers. And we'll do this. Your Lordship, I beg you, I do not turn words that attempt to influence your decision away. You see, without the manufactoriums on your world would need to make haste to find new suppliers elsewhere to arrange for new shipments. They run the risk of delays and most tragic mishaps. My only concern is prosperity of the von Valencia dynasty. Already visited Agri-world Janus. Governor Valence found herself facing a number of problems in my absence. Truly. The Vought line is one of the oldest in the von Valencia protectorate. If inhibitors is such well-respected blood could not handle whatever had befallen her, then the situation must have been extraordinary indeed. Took her life, death was his. Many who are connected with bots are used to the immunity that comes from our class. What else? Xenos Lordship. I don't really know where to begin. Otherworld beasts are not a common sight in the Kronos Expanse, but they have menaced the worlds this side of the mall for decades. But now those abominations are on the rampage. They show no signs of fear as they attack ships, either damage them to the point where they're becoming unfit for transport duty or outright gutting them. Only you have the power to stop the madness. In the process of restoring the astropathic choir of Dogonus, luckily we are forced to slay some of the deranged psychers. Although those that remain are yet unable to transmit message, hope the Master Scalander will keep his word and offer you support in the war against Xenos. According to his reports, the region Verbos 6 has been a particular concern in the last few cycles. There's more reasons to discover the colony's fate as soon as possible. Okay. Smaller scale. There is a certain degree of tension capped due to non-accession of the warrant. Janus' separating middle, of course, spreads rumors about the weakness. Nonetheless, I have prepared a list of minor houses that have demonstrated unseemly dispositions. What would you have done with them? Okay. Alright, man the spinners of the blood web, and they will send final... and they will set a fine snare of retribution. We shall whisper names, and that whisper will drown out... Okay, let's see. Let's see, what are we going to do here? We're going to either wipe them out, don't care, make sure it's public purges, send disgruntled nobles lavish gifts. No, get rid of them. One less thing, your lordship. Your inauguration as bearer of the sacred word is but a matter of time, and I would like to inquire about one crucial day. I imagine you are intended to uphold the century-old tradition boasted by the equally long-lasting friendship of being represented on Dogonus by one of the noble houses. I presume, as before, the dues will be accorded to House Driveston. Many nobles left the Drivestein family, which I lead, the Galper family with long ties to the depths of Sarbeck, known for their piety and diligence in service. Perhaps also Westerns, who also some influence. Are not actually noble. Any one of those houses will be honored represented you at the ceremony. Alright, so what do I want to do here? Do I want to not upset things? I think this is just gonna upset people left and right. I don't care, just don't fight too hard over the bone. Yeah, we'll do this. Do you deal with a pressing issue? Ceremony must be... Okay. Yeah, sure. Loyal servant of the Emperor. Loyal subject... Yeah, great. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Okay. What? So what are we doing now? Okay, so I've got this. Got to deal with that. Now I got to deal with this. Got to go here. This world. Find the hidden cache on Dogonus. There's a hidden cache here. Okay. Okay, so race to the top. Oh, adamantine. Sure, we'll do that. I don't have 7 people. Wow, okay. I don't have 12 people. How do I get more people? Alright. So this is, I've got this and this, or what I can do, and there's secret caches supposedly here on Dogonus, and I wonder if probably over in here somewhere. Let's try this one more time. What much time have I got? We'll do this one more time. Here we go. Alright, so we're gonna sit down. Have a glass of wine. Same thing? Okay. And let's do this one more time. A small nook reveals inside wall. You find a data coat of arms. Alright, so what is this data block that I have? Alright, so what does that do for me? Okay, I found the hidden cache. Well, I think this is where I'm going to end it. I mean, we really didn't do a whole lot here. There's quite a bit of dialogue. We did pick up a bunch of loot. We did pick up a few more items. Did get a nasty weapon that no one can use. I don't think anyone's got a high enough strength. You're close. I thought I had something that added strength. Tech use. Plus 10 bonus to tech use. Holy mackerel. Plus 3 damage with plasma weapons. There's strength. So if I do this... going to make your plasma weapon do more. Then I've got this that adds power grips that adds strength. 55 strength. Interesting. Well, that's better than the shotgun, I think. Actually, the nullifying shotgun's better. We'll see. Alright. Is this where I'm going to end it? The character. There he is. Thank you very much for watching. Everyone have a terrific day.